Happy Thursday, boys and girls. My name is Jeffery Scott Mitchell, coming to you live on Memorex. Default location, default route. I live a charmed life. There's no doubt about it. And I think the reason I live a charmed life, charm is kind of romantic, put the way to put it. I live a very stable, almost privileged, exemplary, well, exemplary might be more of a subjective on my moral standings, but I have a good life. And I was thinking that maybe because I jump on and analyze any little thing that pops up on my radar that may or may not become a problem somewhere down the line. Like with this current thing about, my job and maybe possible burnout and thinking about a leave of absence and changing positions, I definitely need to get out of there. There's no doubt about that. I definitely need to get out of there. And I think because it's hit me the way it hit me early in the process before I actually had a breakdown, that the way I handle my life and the way my life is, and quite possibly the way the landscape in my life is pretty clear of debris, it's easy to see a little thing that may or may not pop up. I mean, it's not, nothing's hidden. If something bugging me, it's gonna stand out because the landscape is so clear. So I think the reason that I do live the life I have is because I jump on top of any little thing that may or may not become a problem early. And I get it handled, or I give it attention, or I put it on the radar, or I'm thinking about it, or I'm looking around. I mean, yesterday, I'm at work feeling so psychologically or physicalology, whatever, just not depressed, but just like, that I was ready to leave. I wanted to walk out for 3 months. I swear I wanted to walk off that job for 3 months. If they would have said, all right, Jeff, okay, you go home and let us know how you feel. And we'll put you on a leave of absence. I thought a leave of absence would be automatic. I thought a leave of absence would have been, okay, you sure? Sign the papers, all right. 3 months, you're gone. And it wasn't. There's some hoops you gotta jump through. And the lady I talked to in HR kept saying something about PTO, to let me know that you just can't walk away. It kind of just put in my head, oh no, you just can't walk off like you did the other job. But then again, when I walked up the other job, there was no negotiation. It was just, I was done. Whatever they did to me, I didn't care. There was no warning. Well, there may have been warning. People may have seen it coming. I may have seen it coming. But there was no negotiation or understanding. I just walked to my boss and said, I can't do this anymore, I'm gone. I went to HR, the same thing. So I'm just done. I just can't come in here and do this anymore. And I left. And I didn't come back. And what happened was, I left. I didn't know how long I was gonna be gone, but I left, and we had a flag football game that weekend. I broke my ankle. I broke a bone in my ankle or something, so I got injured, and so they put me on medical. So I was getting paid. I was off and getting paid, and on medical, and medical paid for it. I mean, because I'm a good guy. I mean, they're gonna take care of me. I put in years of work there. People like me, Not to say they wouldn't have did that for anybody, but, But so this one, she kind of got in my head, made me think about it. You need a strategy. You need a strategy. So basically, I got the papers for leave of absence. There may even be some provisions where I go see a doctor and can even get paid. get pay on that time off. So I got to study all that. But the bottom line, it came down to, if you want to continue your lifestyle and attend all of them damn P-Funk shows that you done bought tickets for, turn around, look like you done spent almost $700 on that whole foray. But then again, also, tickets to Ohio, where I go back every month anyway. So it wasn't all P-Funk. It was airfare in June, during the summer, May, right? Before school's out, where prices started to go up a little bit. So I got all my P-Funk tickets and airfare to get back there, do this and do that. And I'm saying all this, feeling all that way yesterday, blah, 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 blah. I go to take a picture today, and my phone locks up again, it freezes again, the user interface crashes, blah, 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 blah. I was like, that's it. I went and bought a Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. Like I said, I found one that was on sale. Spectrum had a good deal. So I went ahead and flipped that switch. So I got one of those coming, because I gotta have a good phone. I do too much on my phone. I rely on it too much. It's my business. It should be a business expense. If I was in that mindset, it would be. Because I do all the videos I shoot on it. Pictures, recordings, I do a lot of, I rely on my phone heavily. My calendar, music that I listen to, which is, maps. My OneNote is on there, all my notes, everything. Connection to my network, everything. I can do just about everything through my phone. So I definitely heavily rely on it. Definitely. So we'll see, I'll get back today. Actually, today is an in-office day. And yesterday, I'm getting caught more and more not working. And I just tell them, my supervisor is real cool. I said, man, I'm trying to put in for a leave of absence. I said, I ain't gonna fake it too much. I'm too old. That's my excuse. I'm too old to fake it, man. And then yesterday, I'm still in a fairly good mood once I get settled, get my traction going, because I found a little scheme I can do. I found a scheme that doesn't hurt my performance numbers, but where I can, not that I cannot work, but to give myself more times between calls, which seems to help my head a lot. To give myself, in fact, I'll reject calls. I'll take the flow out. If I don't want to, maybe not. I take calls, but if I'm doing something and it comes in at a time that I feel challenged or react to it, I'll just reject it. Take the flow out. It's just like little tricks you learn based on the performance review, the criteria of it, what you can do and not do to give yourself more space within the tickets, between the tickets. And the more space between the tickets takes the pressure off. I don't get all worked up. It's like I can exhale and enjoy it. I can actually go through a ticket and enjoy it, as opposed to just, pounding through it so fast. Like I'm running a sprint through it. And I guess over time, over so many years, that just weared on me. I just don't want to do that no more, I'm gonna turn the brightness down for whatever reason. Has nothing to run that, wear out my battery. Oh, it flipped. I didn't mean to flip it. See, I can still see myself a little bit, but it's not as bright. So that's where we're at. I gotta work through it, and today's Thursday. And should I make it through this week? Because when she started, it was almost like it was a night, it was a good ploy. It was a very good ploy. And it may be that they want to put the emphasis, or they're pushing, like one of the lines they don't want to cross or can't cross is time off without PTO. Letting somebody take time off if you don't have PTO. And she kept pushing that, and she kept talking about my 18 hours of PTO, which I'm thinking, that 18 hours is nothing. I don't even know why we're talking about that 18 hours of PTO. It's absolutely nothing. I need some time. I need like a month. Forget about no 2 days. But she kept pushing it, and it put it in my head, and that sobered me up. That sobered me up to the point to realize that what I'm doing here is gonna take a little bit more than what I thought. That's all. So I just gotta get the paperwork, handle it, quote unquote, correctly, more officially, and then go from there. But it worked, and I commend her. I just love the place. I love the place. I think it's the best place to work. I even told them I was in there. You know, it's the best place ever. Blah, 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 blah. And I knew that, you know, once I talked to somebody and came here, you guys would help me out and assist me. And of course, there's career counseling, there's psychological counseling that I could do. I might do all that. And she was saying, you know, sincerely, she said, it helped me. She said, you know, she said it helped her. Of course, she said probably like some 20-year-old something. Maybe barely, if 30, you know, Asian girl. You know, I'm sitting in there, I'm like 3 times your age. So as far as experience and stuff go, it's kind of hard for me to look for experience. But as far as the administrative path and the protocol and official way of doing things, which is what I looked to her for, you know, she did her job. She's the navigation of this whole thing. You know, how to do it, how to do it. You know, the why and this and that is, you know, it was hard for me to, quote unquote, respect her input, you know, as far as, you know, her experience versus mine. But, you know, no disrespect to her. It's just, you know, no disrespect to her at all. Her or her age group. Even though I have my opinion and feelings about that age group, those stay aside. Those aren't factored in here. Because you ask me, you want to go back in time? I go back to being 30. I wouldn't go back to being 20. I would, if you ask me how old, you know, you want me to go back, I would say 30. And 20s were, whew. I mean, I don't think you're supposed to get respect in your 20s. You're supposed to get your ass kicked and have to work and not, quote, be disrespected, but be disrespected until you learn the game. And when you get 30, and right around that first time, some high school kid or somebody call you sir, and you recognize that, and all of a sudden you're a sir now, and you go, oh, okay. But that's where we're at. So, next couple of days I'll be delivered the best phone on the planet. Hopefully I'll complete a week's worth of work. Office day today. We're gonna have hamburgers, so it should be celebratory to a large degree. You know, so I know what I gotta do now. I think I know what I gotta do. I think I figured out a way to do it. Let's just leave it at that. And I'll look into the leave of absence thing and how all that can be worked out. And if that's something I want to do, or do I just want to keep at it and put my name in to get out of the department? Because there's a job opening. And somebody asked me, well, you know, the dude caught me on my phone not working, supervisor, one of the newest supervisor. I ain't gonna say young kid, probably 35 maybe. You're a real cool dude. Jets fan. Saw me on my phone and I was like, man, I'm putting in for leave of absence, dude. I can't. You know, he brought up the job that was out there. So I might just do my resume really quick, update it the best I can and just submit it and go from there. And not try to get it all perfect and polished and have it all lined up. I just might grab it, throw some stuff on there, and, you know, just get it in there, get my foot in there, talk to them, see what's going on. You know, and my first question would be, how many days are required in the office? How many office days required? That's gonna be my first question. My number one question, how many days are required in the office? That's exactly what I want to ask first. And if it's 2, I can do 2. 3, see, that means that I need 6 days. I would need 6 days when I go back to Ohio for 2 weeks. That's pushing it. That is pushing it. 2 days a week, and I would need 4. See, I would need 4, 2 days a week, and I get, every pay period, I get a day. So in that pay period, I would use 4, and I would get a day. And that's a split against paper either. Yeah, I gotta figure it out. Yeah, but then I'd be happy, and my PTO would build up. Did y'all hear that? My PTO would build up. So we'll see. But the whole bottom line is, right now, I can't miss no days. I gotta work through it. And since I made that the goal or the priority, or the you know, what I want to do, I have to find out what I need to do to achieve that. You know, once I decided, all right, you can't miss the 1 day's work. You got to work that out. You know, you just can't walk away from it. And you're down to, she kept bringing up that piece. She was following the script. She was following the script, I could tell. Because she went down one thing to the next thing to the next thing. You could almost see a path or a trend she was going to, where she was going like from one thing to the next thing to the next thing. Like she had a template. And so, and it was okay, because like I said, she's 20 something. I mean, you know, she just need to, you know, get me through the system, help me navigate the official protocols and all that stuff. And she did. See, the sun look like it's coming out, huh? Don't it? Kinda, huh? She did. So I'll get in there today. I'll go in the office today. I'll do what I can do. And I'll also have to say, being in the office, being around people, even though I really didn't feel like doing the work, it was good being around people. And talking to people, mixing it up. I'm probably a people person, even though I can't stand people. I take that back. I can't even say I can't stand people no more. I can't say that I can't stand people no more. I do love my solitude to the utmost. I love my solitude and my time to myself. And it's major that I get large amounts of it. But I do need and like to be around people. I get energy from it, motivation, stimulation. I love participating in certain things that I like to participate in, so. And like even the Keypoints show, ultimately it's me and the music. Ultimately it's me and directly to the music. I want to be as close and have a direct, unobstructed path to the music as possible. But it's also the venue, the people around me, the pre-show stuff, the post-show stuff, the band members, the stage, interaction on stage, Mr. Clinton, all of it, comes together. The hotel, the venue people, the bartender, the merch guy, all of it plays a part. The crowd, the fans, the people I know. Just about every show I go to, I know somebody. Or somebody knows me there. Just about every show I go to. You just expect it. And there's perks behind that. There's perks. If I go to Detroit, if I go to DC, if I go to New York, Chicago, wherever I go, I know folks. Folks know me. And ultimately, well, I don't know about ultimately, but that's something that I always wanted to be. I always wanted to be that guy in P-Funk, and the P-Funk fan, and the such. I always wanted to be that guy. Travel the world, seeing P-Funk, knowing people, and people knowing me. Did it get brighter? Let me see if it got brighter. It did. Don't be adaptive. Don't be adaptive. Let me turn off adaptive brightness. It don't matter. Well, let me stop. Let me stop right now. Yeah, let me stop right now. I don't care. I'll worry about that. I ain't gonna run out of battery that much more. So, I'm feeling optimistic. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm starting to get a little bit something back. Unfortunately, the little something I'm getting back is because I figured out a way not to work. And that has to be acknowledged. That maybe my happy feeling, this happy feeling can't be sustained under the premise in which it is operating currently. I have to acknowledge that. Turn the adaptive brightness off. I did. I got tired of it. Not tired, but yeah, I had to turn it down. I didn't want it to be bright. It's just not the way it's supposed to be, inefficient. So in my mind, it's like, that's not right. Woke up today, 204.6. I was kind of disappointed, but hell, 204.6 is a good number. Definitely losing weight. You know, it's definitely, 204.6 is definitely a good number. For a Thursday, can't be mad at it. If I lose my 1.8, or if I lose my 1.8, I could be down to 202.8. Which would, you know, I just like to see the 02. You know, there's no difference between 203 and 208.2. I mean 202.8. But I still like to see that 202. Even if it's 202.8. But I know, you know, that I know the overall how much delusion I allow myself in playing with these numbers and enjoying these numbers. And somebody yesterday said, "Hey, you losing weight?" I was like, "Yeah, I am." Cause I be out here. I be out here. Getting my steps. I need to get my steps. And my foot feels better today. Yesterday my foot was terrible. My foot was so bad that I was like, I might need to go to the emergency room. And then I said, well, cause I was wearing my shoes loose and not tied up. And both my feet was hurting. Like the arch of my one foot was hurting. So I took the arch supports out that I've been wearing that was probably so worn out. They were probably doing more harm than good. I took those out and I didn't tie up my shoes real tight. And that made it worse, it seemed. That made it worse. And then after the day was over, I said, wait a minute, let me try this. I gotta try something. So I tightened it up, tightened my shoes up, and they both felt better. So I just put on my regular default walking tennis shoes today with no support in them, tied them up tight, and I feel, you know, relatively good. Yesterday was so bad I could almost not walk. Of course I'm exaggerating, but you know, it was close. Now I feel good. Feel pretty good, so I'll check out the stuff when I get home. Still gotta do my taxes, pay taxes. Took a withdrawal, a big withdrawal. I cashed out my bonds, which were already cashed out. They were just sitting in the treasury vault until I pulled them, because as soon as you pull them, you gotta pay taxes on them, so. And so I had to pull them to pay taxes on what I made last year that I lost this month. It's like you pay taxes on stuff. I was like, so I'm gonna end up paying taxes on stuff that I lost. I mean, I could pay taxes on money that I'm gonna lose. And he was like, yep. Like, no, you gotta get me out of that. In fact, I might call him again today and say, hey man, we need to do something. I need to get out of that. I don't want that. Even if it costs me, and it's like more, I turned it down too bright. Even if it costs me, and it takes more, it's more, you know what, almost like where I lose money. You know, I'd rather just lose a little bit of money now, just to have peace of mind. Which is probably not the right way to think about it. But, oh, I hope this thing is recording audio. Is it? It's not moving. The audio monitor is not moving. I hope it's recording audio. I think it is. I think it is. It usually does, it just doesn't show. But anyway, how long have I done? Only 30 minutes, only a half hour. I've done twice that at times before. But I think I said everything I say. I feel pretty good. It's Thursday. The goal is I can't miss no more work because I got things I got to do. Got to look at possible leave of absence or going to another job. I may take my resume, just throw it together and get it to them. You know, instead of kind of perfecting it to, you know, to meet the criteria. Because hopefully my reputation and my experience at the company will help me out, you know. Ooh, Jeffrey. Yeah, we'll take Jeffrey. I might be a highly valued free agent. You never know. Let word get around. Ooh. Because there are definitely some departments that I wanted to get into. There are definitely some departments that I really, really wanted to get into. And some people that I wanted to work for. So I like their style. That was a while ago. And I kind of faded because I kind of got into, you know, doing what I was doing. Now that my favor has changed, I guess. You know, but I think I might do that. Just get my name in there. Just, you know, do something to it. Throw some more bullet points on it. Maybe take a couple things off of it. It may, because it's like, my resume is like a mile long. You know, there's some stuff I could probably take off of it. But one thing I say, my resume gets me in the door. My resume has always got me the interview. And I think that's the point of the resume. 3 pages long. Going back, 20 years? Yeah. Is it 20 years? Yeah. 20, 24. It'd be 1990. Oh, nope, don't go back 20 years. No, not 20 years yet. Almost 24. That was 25. 2005. Yep. Wait a minute. 2005? It goes back, really my resume goes back to 96. My computer stuff, I did stuff back in 96. No, 97, yeah. 97, when I worked at Artisan. So that's damn near 30 years. Woo-hoo. I'm a technical guy. I'm not a phones guy. I'm technical. I still got it. Trust me. Put me in, coach. Put me in. That's how I feel about it. Put me in, coach. Put me in. I'm ready. I'm ready. Yeah. I feel like that I can do this. I can take the team to the Super Bowl. I'm just saying. I'm ready. I'm confident and I'm eager. The only thing is, how much of this can I do from home? That's the only question I really want to know the answer to. Is how much of this I can do from home. When am I getting a call from South Carolina? I don't get a lot of spam calls, but I get a few. A lot of them was to buy my property in Ohio. There's a scam or scheme going on with houses and stuff back there. Because I look at some of them houses, the value is just not there. The value, the house ain't valued at that. Even the property that I own, I'm like, ain't no way in hell this house is worth that much. It just ain't, you know? It just ain't worth that much. But somebody's willing to pay it. That's all you gotta go on. Somebody's willing to pay it, so that's the price. The value of it may or may not line up with that price, but if somebody's willing to pay that money for it, there you go. Anyway, swinging on y'all 2 times for me, for the funk. And for every elementary particle that has ever existed in any atom, in this or in any universe that ever was, is, or will be. The totality of it all. Theory of universe. Hypothesis of all as one. My name is Jeffery.